welcome back to my channel. I'm Melissa, and today's practice is all about channeling that inner goddess that's inside of us all. So find a nice seated position on your mat or just a blank space in your home, and we'll get started. I invite you though to get into your favorite yoga gear. So for me, that's these fun loose pants, maybe let your hair down like me. Just get into whatever makes you feel like your best self. It's a great place to start. So we'll sit up nice and tall, dig those sit bones down into the ground. Maybe bring your hands out to your knees, turning the palms up towards the ceiling. Kind of a symbol of willingness to receive, willingness for openness. And go ahead and close your eyes if you are comfortable doing so. If not, just have a nice soft gaze down at the floor in front of you. Again, sit up nice and tall, shrug those shoulders away from the ears, and imagine that you're wearing the sparkliest crown that you can ever imagine. Place that on top of your head, reaching the crown up towards the ceiling, sitting up as tall as you possibly can, nice and confident, nice and strong. And we'll begin to deepen our breath, breathing in and out of our nose, filling up the belly on our inhales like a big Buddha belly, letting that breath rise all the way up into your chest. And as you exhale, we feel our chest fall, and let the belly button get a little closer to the spine. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Great big inhale. Complete exhale. And we'll continue with these deep, full breaths all throughout our practice. Breathing in and out of our nose, filling up the belly, and letting it all out. Now let's walk our fingertips out towards our sides. Fingertips just on the mat, barely. And we're still sitting up nice and tall. We'll incorporate a little bit of movement with our breath. So deep inhale here. Exhale, drop our chin down towards our chest, nice and slow. Really press the shoulders down and away from the ears. Deep breath in. As you exhale, we're going to roll our head over to the right, stacking right ear on top of right shoulder. Really press the left shoulder down so you feel a nice stretch all along the left side of your neck. Great big inhale. As you exhale, we'll roll our head through center and over to the other side, stacking left ear on top of left shoulder. Press the right shoulder down now. Deep breath in. Exhale, let's roll back over to the right. Great big inhale. Exhaling over to the left, continuing with your own breath if you'd like, just moving nice and slow, fluid movements, being as graceful as we can be. And that grace is going to look different for all of us. Deep breath in as you pause. Exhale as you roll through center and over to the other side. Deep breath in. Exhale over to the left once more. Great big inhale. Exhale, we roll through center, pausing there. Using your next inhale, we slowly raise our head back up to neutral. So if you're not facing the top of your mat quite yet, go ahead and do so now. And we're going to place our feet flat on the ground. Knees are pointed up towards the ceiling. You can bring your hands to the backs of your thighs, underneath your thighs, just gently resting them there. We're going to start to bring our heels up off the ground, coming onto those big toes. Shifting our weight now onto our tailbone. Maybe you'd like to bring one foot up, followed by the other, coming into boat pose. You can have your feet pointed or flexed. Bring the belly button to the spine, trying to keep our spine as long as possible. Sometimes we want to round so that we can get into the pose. We want to try and maintain that long spine. Woo, little wiggly here. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Nice big inhale. As you exhale, we're going to come back into that easy seated pose, crisscross, and lift our arms up towards the ceiling. So inhaling here. As you exhale, we're going to transition back into the boat. Maybe this time you leave your arms out. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, baby boat. Little more options for you. Inhale now, coming up onto your knees, lifting your hands up towards the sky, pressing your hips forward. As you exhale, we go back to baby boat. So choosing to stay here in easy seated or coming up onto your knees on your inhale. And then exhaling into baby boat or maybe even full boat. Your choice. Inhaling, you come up. Exhaling, you sit back. Woo, shaky today. Inhale, come up. Exhale, back. Truth is, I just need to do more boats. Inhaling up. Let's do a couple more rounds. Exhale, back. One more time. Inhaling up. Exhale, we go back. All right, this time we inhale, everybody come up onto your knees. And exhale your hands down to heart center. We're going to uncross our ankles so that our feet are coming back out straight from our knees here. And we're going to tuck our toes. We're going to do what is called dancing camel, which is my favorite. So your right hand is going to come back to that right heel. And you're going to lift your left arm up, shifting your hips forward. You can gaze up towards that top hand. So deep breath in. As you exhale, we're going to sweep our arms forward, sitting our hips back to our heels. Left hand comes to left heel, right arm goes up. Hips go forward. As you exhale, we sweep forward, coming back over to the right. Deep breath in. Exhale, we roll through center and over to the left. Nice big inhale. Exhale, back over to the right. Inhaling at the top. Exhale as you move to the other side. Inhale up. Exhale down. Again, just moving with your breath, moving as gracefully and fluidly as you can. Couple more rounds. Feel a nice front body stretch. Little bit of a back bend. Last time over to the left side. And we'll come through center and we'll come into our tabletop position. So stacking your shoulders on top of your wrists, knees come out right under your hips. Do a couple rounds of cat castle. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the crown of the head and the tailbone towards the sky. Exhale, we round the spine, tucking the chin to the chest and the tailbone under. Inhale, drop the belly for cow. Exhale, we round the spine for cat. Let's do 2 more rounds and I'll meet you back in tabletop. And we'll exhale here. From here, let's step our hands out about a step in front of us. So hands width in front of us. Then we're going to bring our shoulders over our wrists and drop your hips down towards the floor. So you're in this sort of cobra position. Press the ground away here so you're not dumping into your shoulders. And we'll take a deep breath in. As you exhale, we're going to drop our hips over to the right, sitting our hips back towards our heels again, coming into a child's pose for a moment. And then we shift our hips over to the left and back through center. Exhaling as you go to the right and back. Inhaling as you come to the left and center. We're just making really big circles with your hips. So find how big you want to make your circles. And then just move slowly with your breath. Exhaling as you head back. Inhaling as you come forward. Let's do 2 more rounds in this direction, and then we're going to switch and go the other way. Last big circle. And we'll go the opposite way. So, exhaling here. Deep breath in, this cobra. As you exhale now, we go to the left and back. Inhaling to the right and forward. Moving with your own breath. Feeling your hips stretch. Feeling the underarms stretch as you head back towards child's pose. Feeling your front body as you come through that cobra. Just feeling into all areas of your body. Let's do 2 more rounds. And meeting you back in that cobra position. Maybe adjust your hands if they came forward a bit so that your wrists are underneath your shoulders again. Let's tuck our toes, sending our booty up and back into our first downward facing dog. Only downward facing dog. And maybe walk out your dog, open up the backs of the legs, bending one knee and then the other, reaching the opposite heel down towards the floor. Let's press into all areas of your palms, including your knuckles. This will help protect your wrists. Pressing your chest now back towards your thighs. Breathing deeply here. Nice big inhale. Exhale, reach both feet down towards the floor. Inhaling up onto our tippy toes. And we'll step both feet to the top of the mat. Exhale, hanging heavy over the legs. Let's just take a couple of breaths here. So maybe you'd like to walk your feet out about hips distance, maybe a little bit wider. You can even bend the knees. You can grab the opposite elbows for a little more traction. Swing the body from side to side. Maybe shake your head yes or no. And in this pose, I like to imagine that whatever thoughts that kind of get bottled up in your head that are just kind of annoying and really are not doing you any good, just imagine that those thoughts are falling out of your head right now. They're falling into the ground, getting absorbed by Mother Nature, and you know what she's going to do? She's going to absorb that and turn them into something good. You don't need it. So try to imagine that. Take a couple more breaths here. Feeling the breath run up and down your spine. And if you're grabbing opposite elbows still, and we'll reach both fingertips, or all those fingertips, down towards the floor. Take a bend in those knees. And we'll very slowly roll all the way up one vertebrae at a time. Head and neck last to arrive. And we'll inhale the arms out and all the way up. And exhale, hands down to heart center. Beautiful movement. From here, we're going to take a giant step back with our right foot. And then we're going to turn towards that long edge of the mat. Our feet are going to be pointed outwards towards either corner as well. From here, we'll inhale the arms out and up. Exhale, bend our knees, sending our hips low, and we're going to come into the official goddess squat. So hands come down to heart center. We're pressing the knees out back behind you. From here, we're going to lift up the right heel, deep breath in. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left heel up. Exhale, low. Inhale, right. Down. Left. And down, right, down, just alternating here with your breath. Couple more times. Sinking low, right, and lower, left, and lower. This time we'll do both heels up, so you're on the balls of your feet, keeping your balance, finding a spot to focus on, sitting up nice and tall. That shiny crown is still reaching up. Deep breath in, long breath out. Keeping the heels lifted, we're going to straighten our legs, reach the arms up, and exhaling, hands down to heart center. We can lower those heels. All right, from here we're actually going to turn our toes towards that long edge of the mat, and then in a tiny bit more. So pigeon toes this time. We're going to interlace our fingers back behind us, squeeze those palms together, and we're going to straighten the arms, rolling the shoulders open. Deep breath in. As you exhale, take a tiny bend in those knees. We'll hinge at the waist, falling forward over the legs. Knuckles are going to come up towards the ceiling, and then maybe they drop down your back towards the ground behind you. Deep inhale, long exhale. Feeling a nice stretch in the tops of your shoulders in the front. Nice big inhale. Great big exhale. One more deep breath in. Exhale, slowly release the hands down towards the floor and just let your arms hang heavy. Your head is hanging heavy too. Maybe wiggle out those arms. Let the blood get back into them. Nice big inhale. Great big exhale. And the inhale, we're going to come up halfway. And we're going to place your right hand right down in front of your face. So maybe just the right fingertips come down towards the ground. Then we're going to take a big bend in that right knee. Then we're going to turn our heart over to the right and send the left hand up or over to the left. Left hand goes high. Deep breath in. As you exhale, we straighten that right leg. Drop the left hand. Replace the right. And we'll bend the left knee. Inhaling the right arm up. Exhale, we lower the right hand. Straighten the left leg. Then the right knee, lift the left arm up. Exhale, lower. So just alternating in these lunging twists. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale down. Inhale left. Exhale, fold forward. 2 more times each side. Last one, floating that right arm up towards the sky and lowering it down. And floating the left arm up and we lower. Alrighty, let's take a bend in those knees and we're going to come up halfway one more time, bringing the back up nice and flat, bringing our hands up to your hips and come all the way up with a nice flat back. Straighten those legs. We're going to turn our heels in so our toes are pointed out once more. And we're going to head back into that goddess squat. So inhale in. Exhale, we're going to bend our knees, sinking low. Inhale, let's straighten the legs. Straighten the arms, coming into a nice starfish pose. Exhale, we bend back into goddess. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower. Turn up those corners of the mouth, let me see a smile. And exhale down. Couple more times. Inhaling up. Exhale down. Press the knees back behind you. Inhale up. Exhale down. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Exhale, lower, and we'll stay here. From here, we're going to pulse, so bouncing up and down. We'll be here for a few breaths. Continue those deep, full breaths. And we're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, One, inhale the arms out. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Awesome job. Let's step our feet together. Zipping our insides of our feet together. And we'll inhale the arms up. Exhale, hinge at the waist, falling forward over the legs. Let's inhale, coming up halfway with a flat back. Exhale, we're going to bring our hands down towards the ground, and we're going to bring our left knee, down to the ground right behind your right ankle. Then we're going to sit back on that right hip, and the left foot is in close towards that right booty cheek, and we're going to bring the bottom of the right foot over to the outside of the left thigh. Okay, so you're in this kind of mermaidy leg pose. If they have legs, guess that doesn't make sense. That's okay. Let's inhale the arms out and down. As you exhale, we're going to turn over to the right. Place your right hand back behind you, as close to your spine as you can get it. And then maybe you're going to hook the outside of the left elbow onto the outside of that right knee. If that doesn't feel right to you, you can wrap your left forearm around that right knee, hugging it in nice and close. So find which one of those works for you. Sitting up nice and tall, gazing back over the right shoulder. Half lowered of the fish pose. Deep inhale. Long exhale. I know it's a little bit harder to breathe while you're all twisted up like this. But if you can notice your belly pressing into your right thigh as you inhale, what you're doing is massaging your organs. You're stimulating the digestive system, just doing all kinds of good stuff inside just by breathing in this pose. Deep inhale. Long exhale. One more deep breath in. As you exhale, we're going to turn back to center. Slowly unwinding. Alrighty. We're going to bring both of our hands over to our left side. And we're going to pick our left hip up off the ground, putting all of our weight into that right foot. You're going to tuck your left toes. We're going to pivot all of our toes back behind us. Walking our hands, you're going to wide leg forward fold for a minute. You're going to walk your hands over towards the left foot. And then pivot your toes again towards the front. And then we're going to drop the left knee, or right knee, I'm all turned around. Sit back onto that right hip. And you're magically on the other side. If that got a little confusing, which I know it can be, we're going to get back into that half lower to the fish pose on the other side. So bringing the bottom of the left foot onto the outside of the right thigh and scooting that right heel in nice and close. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, we turn over to the left. Drop the left hand back behind us, keeping it in close, and either hooking the right elbow or wrapping it. Find which one works for you. And we'll gaze back over the left shoulder. Sitting up nice and tall. Great big exhale, maybe twisting a tiny bit deeper. A really good visual for this pose is imagining that you're wringing out your spine, just as you would a rag that you've been cleaning with, or a dirty mop, something like that. And you know when you do that, you're wringing out all of that dirty stuff, all the toxins that you wiped up or whatever it may be. So imagine that you're kind of doing that with your spine. We hold a lot of stress and gunk all up and down our spine. So these twists are a really great way of detoxifying all of that, just getting rid of it. It's no longer needed. So these twists are super important. Deep breath in. Long breath out. One more inhale. As you exhale, we're going to slowly unwind back to center. And we're just going to kick that right heel out a little bit and come into that easy seated pose that we began with. Let's inhale our arms out and all the way up. And bring our hands down to heart center. And we'll bow our heads to seal our practice. I hope that this practice helped you feel more beautiful, more powerful, and more like the goddess that you are. I thank you so much for allowing me to guide us in this practice today. Namaste. Thank you guys. Again, I'm Melissa, and I hope that you will save this video and come back to it whenever you kind of need that little boost of goddessness. It's always going to be there, but this video should help you kind of bring it out. Let her shine a little bit more. Alright guys, new videos every Monday. If you have any requests, don't hesitate to reach out and let me know. Until next time, have a wonderful week. Bye.